Ifa chose new Alaafin because kingmakers were bribed. Professor Ambimbola, and now to the news info. Professor Wande Ambimbola, born Ogunwande Ambimbola, a professor of Yoruba language and literature, and a former vice-chancellor of the University of Ife, formerly Obafemi Awolowo University, has revealed the process through which the Alaafin-elect Prince Ambimbola Owode was chosen. According to the academician and elder statesman who once served as the majority leader of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he was asked by the government to consult the Ifa oracle to choose the next Alaafin because the Oyomesi kingmakers had been compromised. Professor Ambimbola revealed this in a video clip currently going viral on social media, where he was asked by a concerned Nigerian to confirm or not information that he consulted Ifa to choose the new Alaafin. The erudite professor, who spoke eloquently in flawless Yoruba language, confirmed the news. Yes, it is the Oyo State government that asked me to consult Ifa. By April this year, it will be 3 years that our king, the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, joined his ancestors. The kingmakers were consulted to pick a successor, and then interested individuals started giving hefty money to the kingmakers to influence their decisions. And this is likely very, very rampant. It also was even portrayed in this movie 7 Doors, where the kingmakers will say this is the person that they want, and it's a rich person they want, they don't want a poor person. They'll start giving them money, buying them cars, giving them things that will make them want to pick the person that Ifa has not picked. I don't know, Sha, but I saw that Sheyi, what's his name? Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State has already given the new king a certificate of kingship and the staff of authority. So I don't know. I don't know if it is this man he gave it to. I think so. If it is still this same bimbo that he gave it to. This later divided the rank of kingmakers because they discovered that the money their leader shared to them was a far cry from what he collected. The 5 kingmakers had earlier supported a particular prince who gave them the heaviest sum, but after discovering the act perpetrated by their leader, 2 of them backtracked. They reached out to the government to say they were no longer in support of the candidates, adding that they just discovered that the money their leader collected from the said prince was incredibly heavy, from which he gave them peanuts. Now, wow. Corruption in this country, it cuts across all levels, whether politics or whether monarch system or whatever. It is there. It is deeply rooted in our country. That's where the crisis started. Citizens of Oyo started writing in newspaper to call out government that it's money you want to use to elect Alaafin into office. Is that good? He recounted, adding that at that stage the matter became messy. The renowned traditionalist who described the Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde as a good man said Makinde felt concerned and asked, was it not through Ifa divination that the king was chosen in the past? Adding that if the same process was not explored, the stool will remain monetized and the institution bastardized. The Awishe Awo Agbaye lamented the erosion of the integrity of the traditional institution in Yoruba land through monetary inducement, saying, we don't know of Hausa land or any other land elsewhere, but in Yoruba land today, the system has been corrupted with money. They would buy generators, cars, and what have you for the kingmakers to influence the process. Exactly, that's what they do. The kingmakers may collect money from 100 candidates. It is the highest bidder that they will give the stool to. That's how they are doing it now. Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine? The governor now said he will not accept such, saying that should stop. Professor Ambimbola recollected that Governor Makinde pointed to him and said, is this not our father sitting down here who, we know, does not lie or deceive? In all the places he has worked, both in government and in the academic community, he never took what does not rightly belong to him, and he is an Ifa priest who holds the title of Awishe Awo Agbaye. Why not let him go and consult Ifa? If you do it according to the tradition, it will bring appropriate results. The 92-year-old professor currently lives in the United States. Okay. Olabode Benjamin says, if these steps were what Makinde took to arrive at the choice of the new Alaafin, then he is justified. He's really justified. But if another power play had influenced Baba Ifa in faraway USA to have chosen a USA-based candidate against the natural prowess of Ifa Oracle, then the guilt is not that of the governor at all. Adele Esther Ikeoluwa says, I trust that Baba Wande Ambimbola, he cannot take bribe. Okay, so let's just assume that the new king that they installed now is chosen by Ifa. Abi? And Makinde has already given him staff of office and given him certificate, so it is signed, sealed, and delivered. Isaac Kuye says, well done, job professor, and may you live long. Michael E. Nacho says, that's to say that the most cultural INEC in the land has eaten the forbidden fruit. Also, only Jesus can save. Yes, thank you. Akitude Abraham says, Ifa can guide, but cannot enthrone. The final decision lies with the kingmakers. It is serious affront to bypass the kingmakers. You can see Yoruba king kneeling for Emir of Ilorin because they did not follow due process in its selection. Politicians are bastardizing the traditional institutions from north to south. Okay. Sam Ebolo says, Ifa can also be bribed. We are in a very corrupt generation where no more regards for deity. Ifa cannot be bribed. If I can say something that this is the person you should choose, and then the probably the mouthpiece of the Ifa will now be bought, but Ifa itself can never be bought. It can never be bribed. No way. Stella Dafino says anyone that took money to install a king is doomed, and that particular king will fall short of the glory of God Almighty. Kings are ordained by God Almighty through his wisdom, guidance of the kingmakers, e.g. King Solomon in the Bible. Bernard Igo says, I think Nigeria as a whole should also have a FA that will be consulted to decide who becomes our president and governors. Abina. Olu Agbeni says, when the country itself is in a mess, judiciary is rotten, the president is corrupted down to the lowest office and ministries, what do you expect from local government to states to town? The king, the chief, to the indigene and citizens and kingmakers, traditions are all in a mess. Situation of an expired country under APC Association of Political Criminals. Tiziweli, Michael Ogwatu says, even in the olden days, things were still happening so, but then, who are you to dare them? In those days, elders were seen as idols. A curse from any of them sticks. East, west, north, and south. Everybody have opened eyes now. There is nowhere now that selection of king goes without conflict and allegations of corruption. Don't tag Oyo alone. Tiziweli, I really just hope that it's the person that Ifa picked that they selected. And it's supposed to go through all these rites before he becomes the king, but Sheyi Makinde already gave him staff. Abi was it? I don't know. He's holding one staff, and then he was collecting a certificate from Sheyi Makinde in the governor's office. So I don't know, Sha. Paul Solomon says, why is the Ifa not selecting locals again? Must the king come from abroad? It's possible now. The king might be abroad. Some kings are called from wherever they are. Some of them are living in Lagos abroad and say, yeah, it is time for you to be the king. And he comes, well, it might still be money. We don't know. Hopefully he'll be a good king. That's the koko. And he's a prince. So you don't know what's my business. If they do something that is not right, hopefully if I would deal with them, I'll be now. That's just it. Adesina says, money, chai, all of Afobaje have collected millions. Now so Samuel Dada says, yes, I can trust Ambimbola, Ba Magana again. So people are saying they trust the man. So let's just be hopeful that the king is going to do better. And he's young. So my listeners, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.